How's it going, guys? And welcome back to season number 4 of the Bochum Career Mode. I am excited to get this season underway. It's going to be a good season. I've just got a feeling something interesting is going to happen, something exciting is going to happen in this season. I can just feel it. So, looking forward to getting started with this, and clearly the board are looking forward to this season as well, as they have set us some, I would like to say, ambitious objectives, especially for a side that has only achieved its second season in the Bundesliga. They are looking for us to push into those Europa League spots in the next 2 seasons, which means this season is going to have to be a top 10 finish realistically. They say mid-table, so a season as last season will be absolutely fine, but realistically we want to be bettering our season from last season. See, I'm saying season an awful lot of times there, but we want to improve on what we did previously. So I think ideally top 10, possibly a good cup run, and maybe winning the cup and pushing into those Europa League spots via that. Who knows? But yeah, it'll be an interesting season to see how we do, and I think that's going to be a big part of our season is how this transfer window goes, because how everything pans out probably is based on who we sign in this window. And you'll see here, big transfer move out of the club could be Dino Arslanijic. We sort of upped the bid on Hertha Berlin, as they were probably looking to take him away to Berlin, and we just sort of wanted a little bit too much, I think, probably asking them a little bit more, and I think that's probably fair enough. They're a team in our division, probably our rivals for this season, and realistically, I was going to ask for a little bit more for our veteran centre-back, and in the end Newcastle actually came in and offered, I think it was 18 million we agreed on, and hopefully he'll go ahead and accept that, and we'll see what happens. He may be moving to the northeast of England, which would be an interesting move for Dino to continue his career. And another player that will be leaving, another centre-back leaving, will be Maxim Leitch, a player that started his career at the club and will be leaving to Sporting if he can agree contract terms with the Portuguese side. So it'll be interesting for him. He'll be probably going to European football there, so definitely an improvement on his career. And obviously Dino going over to Newcastle there. Both bids have been accepted, which means we will be looking for a centre-back. I was already looking for that anyway, considering Dino I'd already planned to get rid of, and Janške is looking to retire this season. So we are in need of a main starting centre-back, really, as Leitch just doesn't really have the rating to compete with a lot of the Bundesliga players, considering we want to finish in those top 10 spots. I definitely think we needed to improve on that centre-back role, but we'll see who we possibly look at to sign, as we're scouting in the background of possible replacements for that role. And you can see here the first signing that we try and make in this window is Manuel Neuer. Now, it's not a super young signing, I can understand that, but the 36-year-old has got bags of experience and could be a fantastic maybe 1, maybe 2 season signing for us in this window. And if I'm being honest, he's not a player I'm thinking of the future, but we have 2 fantastic young goalkeepers in Eret and Schinkel who could be fantastic, and also a 3rd young goalkeeper in the youth academy, which means that realistically I'm not looking to sign a 25-year-old goalkeeper. I'm looking to sign one that is good now and may look to teach our younger players at the club what they know. And I think Manuel Neuer is just the only player in Germany that could probably teach the young players something. Thomas Kraft has got enough experience to teach them things, but Neuer is an international goalkeeper who's played for Bayern Munich, arguably one of the best teams in Germany, really, and Champions League experience, international European experience, basically. World experience as well, playing in the World Cup for Germany. I think this could be a huge signing, and eventually Bayern accepted a £10 million asking fee, and he eventually took a wage decrease as well, £37,000. He's not even the highest paid player at the club, second highest, but I think this could be either one of the steals of the season for £10 million or one of the flops of the season, as he could decrease by 3 ratings. Who knows? We'll have to see how that pans out at the end of the season. But at the moment, I'm staying optimistic, and I think that could be a fantastic signing, as, you know, he was once deemed one of the best goalkeepers in the world. So could be interesting. We'll have to see how that pans out. We go ahead and accept an offer here for Sebastian Hansen, reject an offer for Maxim Leitch. He is going absolutely nowhere. I have no want to sell him. He is a player that is going to be crucial this season. I did actually make him my team captain for this season. Whenever he's in the team, he will be playing. And Eisfeld is going to be the club captain due to Robert Tescher retiring. So obviously Eisfeld's probably not going to be getting too many game time, but I don't want to sell him as he's one of the original players from the club still here. So we will be keeping a hold of him. We do sign one other player, Maxime Rougeau, a young left winger who can also play centre forward. So can play on the left, can play down the middle. I'm thinking this is probably Antoine Griezmann's regen. Possibly. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it looks like a good signing nonetheless for free. And he looks like a fantastic backup for Moussa Kone and probably for our centre attacking mid-roll as well. Could probably play on the right if I really needed to, if I was totally desperate, if we were having severe injury problems. But he is in for free and could be a great signing. Looks like a good player anyway. No matter what, we could always sell him for profit if he doesn't become a great player, but does have potential to be special. So probably not going to be selling him anytime soon. Going into another transfer that will be hopefully being shipped out is going to be Grisha Prommel. Now, he is a good player and has performed really well for us over the past couple of seasons, but he's getting on a little bit in age, and actually I'd prefer to play Janelt in that CDM role, and also our new signing that he got in for free. And you can see there he did actually agree terms with Bologna. £15 million is a lot of money for a player that we brought in for pennies, really, about 2 or 3 million, including another player going the other way as well. But we got him for pennies, so realistically that's a fantastic bit of business from us. And I was actually looking to possibly sign Mario Götze. Now, again, unrealistic, I know. 30 years old, again, I know, but I was looking to maybe pick him up for around about 30 million. It would have been a huge signing. 30 million pounds would have smashed the transfer record, and realistically, I didn't think that City were going to let him go. He's one of their main starters in the team, I think. So I didn't think we were going to be able to get him, but I put in a bid and we waited to see if they'd come back to us. They put us on hold, and we'll see what happens in a minute to see if they come back with a new offer. But going in to sort out that centre-back problem, and it was Felix Uduokai, I think that's how you pronounce it, the young German centre-back from Wolfsburg. I believe he's also eligible to play for the Democratic Republic of Congo, possibly, but I think he chose Germany. I'm not 100% sure on that. I will double-check that possibly. But this guy, Felix, we'll call him Felix because I don't want to go ahead and pronounce that name too many times. From Wolfsburg, young 24-year-old, 78 overall, has a little bit of potential left in him, I think, to grow, possibly to the mid-80s. And a big thing for him, really, is he's left-footed. A left-footed centre-back is somebody I think we need. Somebody that can replace Maxim Leitch, who I think that's the main reason I enjoyed playing with him, was because he could play on that left-hand side of the defence. We can have Shoji on the right now, and we can have Felix on the left. So he's coming in for a decent fee, and I think Wolfsburg was stupid to let him go. And you can see here, Mario Götze just isn't going to happen. They want too much money, and I offered one final bid of 30 million, and Pep just comes in with the 38 million again and goes, nope. If you don't give us that, we're not selling him. I think that was a bit stupid of them, because 30 million for 30-year-old Mario Götze was probably the best they're going to get for him. But maybe we'll see next season. Maybe we'll even see in the January transfer window, see if they've lowered their expectations. But for now, we'll make do with who we've got in that centre attacking mid-role. I think Ajaria will do a perfect job there, if I'm being honest. And we'll actually play Ajaria, Janelt, and our new signing in that CDM role. I think that's probably the best of both worlds, really. We get to play Janelt in that role, and he's also going to be our captain. So I think that's probably what's going to happen this season. We're not going to really go in for anybody too big. There might be one or two other signings, possibly in the next episode, but for now I haven't really got my head around how I want to play this squad and what sort of roles I want to put all these players in. So it's going to take me a little bit of time to sort of get my head around who I want to play, and also I need to have a think about players I want to get loaned out. We do go ahead and loan out both our young goalkeepers, Schinkel and Errit. Since we've got Neuer and Kraft in, I think it's better for them to go out on loan and get some experience playing. Funny enough, both of them going out to Italy to go and play. Hopefully they accept both of those, and you'll actually see before the Dortmund game, they actually do go ahead and accept those offers. So nice that they're going to go out and get some game time. It means they won't decrease in potential and it just means that I don't have to worry about playing them in too many games. You'll see here in the press conference, obviously they're not going to ask us about the big derby match coming up. It's clearly all about the signings, so it's going to be interesting in that. Bit of an interesting derby, as we did beat them last season in both fixtures, both at home and away. So Dortmund clearly looking to beat us in this reverse fixture in the first game of the season. Big game, really, actually. I know that more recent games against Bochum, like Dortmund and Schalke, they're not as big because Bochum aren't a huge team anymore. But I do know back in the day that they were relatively competitive, I'd imagine, back when Bochum were playing in European football. I'd imagine they were a little bit more competitive, a little bit more exciting as well. But this game was much better, actually. You'll see here we actually got a little bit of more end-to-end football at the start of the game. We win a penalty early on in this game, and it was John Stones, nearly the hero at one end, putting a header just over the bar from a corner, and becomes the villain at the other end as, for whatever reason, I'm not sure how that was a penalty, Moussa Kone trips over the goalkeeper as the keeper makes a save, and then John Stones trips him over again. But to me, I think that was a fair game. I think Kone just fell over, but referee gives a penalty, and it is Gonvula to step up to start his goal tally off for this season. He opts to go for the right-hand side, and he steps up, and yeah, no chance for the keeper saving that. Berkey is not getting anywhere near that, and Gonvula goes ahead and puts that in the back of the net. Nice clean strike from the striker, and it does mean that Dortmund go 1-0 down early on in this game. However, for whatever reason, my defence just part like the Red Sea, and Marcelo just runs straight through and puts that in the back of the net, almost straight from kickoff. I honestly cannot believe how easy it was for I think he's about 34 years old now, the 34-year-old to break through and just score, and gets his first goal of the season there. And straight from kickoff yet again, Julian Brandt here breaks through our back line, sells Munoz with a fantastic step over, puts it into Jadon Sancho, and he's not missing that. Doesn't matter if Manuel Neuer is 83 rated or 99 rated, he hasn't saved. He's got no chance of saving that. Jadon Sancho had it on a plate for him, and yeah, no chances for Neuer making that save. And in this one, yeah, just nicely placed from Paco Alcacer as the Spaniard goes ahead and makes it 3 just before half-time. We just completely capitulated after scoring that penalty. I honestly have absolutely no idea what happened, and yeah, just poor defending. I normally have more words to speak about how poor we were, but realistically, we just switched off. You see there, 71% possession. I just don't know what happened. I couldn't get the ball, couldn't do anything, and it went from bad to worse in the second half as Julian Brandt goes ahead and caps off a fantastic performance by the midfielder there as he goes ahead and gets a goal for himself. There's nothing else to say about this game other than Dortmund were just absolutely dominant against us, and I can't really fault them. They clearly came out with a point to prove that we were not going to beat them this season, and they showed it. 4-1 was the final result, and yeah, I think our away fans will be going home a little bit sadder today. It was a disappointing result, but you can't blame them. It was a good performance by Dortmund, and overall they deserve to win. That is going to be the end of the episode, though. Do hope you enjoyed watching. Sorry for only being one game in today's episode, but it's just due to the fact it's the transfer window, and there was a lot happening in today's episode. It could only be one game, so apologies for that. But I will catch you in the next episode, which will be out very soon. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.